whatever is ever going on. Capture top comments. New, create and highlight comments. Huh. What is that? Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But how do I do this? Oh, I'm just gonna quit while I'm ahead. I don't know how to. I wonder how I. Top comments. New, create and highlight comments. Huh? What is that? Hello. There we go. Sorry, it's like, you know what? I'm rolling the dice big time here by clicking on anything. It's just that I could highlight comments, and I was kind of like curious as to how I do that. Oh, the chat is a moving. Anyways, I'll figure that out later. I'll have to do like a test live stream. Can you guys still see me? I hope so. Hope I didn't just like ruin everything. Hello. Hi. All the hellos. Thank you, guys. It is fantastic to see you. Let me know how the vocals are compared to the other stuff. Big Red Tower. Scott. Sorry, I'm trying to catch everyone. Oh, KV, man, you made it. Adam, what's up, buddy? Love the videos. Thank you very much, Robert. Robert listening to Robert. Right click on the comment. No, that did not do it. Look up comment. Hide user, remove report. I don't want to do that, do you? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I'll figure that out later. Then I can start highlighting comments whenever I'm answering questions. That'll be way better. Still see me? Awesome. This all good vocals from Russia? Nice. Well, hello. Sounds good. Awesome. How is everyone? Audio sounds good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, then we'll just go ahead and we'll just get rolling. So why is there a pizza in the background? Is there a pizza in the background? That is a gold top Les Paul. It's called an abstraction. That's what it's called. Hello from Joplin. Well, hello. Neil, glad you made it, dude. Neil, I got an email from you a while ago about that killer strat, and then I tried to respond and the email was gone. But hopefully you're still digging on that strat. Neil is the guy who got my Richie Kotzen Telecaster. Oh, good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, that looks like a pizza. Oh, okay. No, that's just that's the Strat guitar case. You can see. Pizza sounds really dang good, though. Got time for some lasagna. Wolverine, what's happening? You think you sent? It was a email, I believe. I'm trying to remember. It was a while ago. I think it was a custom shop, man. Guitar case. Can kind of fatten the the strat up a little bit if I want some more distortion. Joe, you made it. Joe, I almost thought about dedicating the whole stream to us convincing you to get a Friedman. A couple things, then I'll talk about obviously the title of the live stream. But one thing I wanted to do real quick is there's a link here in the description. So there's another YouTuber named Ken Russell who had his channel hacked. He had said he had around 50,000 subscribers, and he had his channel hacked. And not only that, you have to watch his videos. It's crazy what happened to him. Just a fellow guitar nerd like us, and had his channel hacked and then eventually deleted. And YouTube has not helped at all. So if you guys want to check out his channel, I have a link for that down in the description. Check it out. Subscribe, if you're digging the content. But Ken seems like a really, really just cool, straightforward guy. And I can't imagine, if that would happen. That would be horrible. And like I said, if you want to learn more about it, he has videos. And he's really right. YouTube support is not the best, and unfortunately, it's their support is kind of tiered. And what I mean by that is basically until you hit 100,000 subscribers, you technically don't get creator support. You have YouTube support, and then once you pass 100,000 subscribers, you get what's called creator support. And then I'm sure the channels who have millions of subscribers, there's another tier for them as well. Let's get the 4,000 for viewing. Awesome, yeah. So I know I first heard about it from my buddy in the Blues, and I shared his stuff. And then I saw Glenn Fricker and Henning Pauly, and a lot of other YouTube guys are going to be posting it if they haven't already. So it's just really sad that YouTube couldn't help him. Thank you, Big Red Tower. But I think that the music community on here can at least help get Ken back, to some degree back to where he was. I agree, Ron. Yeah, it is a shame. I know I had an issue not too long ago. It was late 2018 or sorry 2019, and his responses that he was reading that YouTube was sending him was totally like I'm having like deja vu. I'm like, oh yeah, 100%. These canned responses that are no help at all. So yeah, if you want to do that, check out his channel if you want to support, a fellow musician. Check that out. It is linked below, and Big Red Tower just put the link in here. Shame this happened. Yeah, it's a real shame. It's a real bummer. And then the other thing, of course, to talk about. Oh, look, there's Ken right there. The Guitar Cure YouTube world has been amazing. I'm humbled. Yeah, there's Ken right there. I don't know if you can click on his name and go to his channel, but like I said, I first heard about it from Shane from over in the Blues, my buddy, and then that's whenever I was sharing the stuff, and then I saw today in a Facebook group that's for YouTubers and stuff. Glenn Fricker posted it, and a lot of other guys are going to be posting it as well. Yeah, you're totally right, Big Red Tower. Like I said, unfortunately, the way YouTube support is, until you pass 100,000 subscribers, like I said, you don't get creator support. It unfortunately just kind of feels like YouTube doesn't care about you, and that's a real bummer. That it has to be that way. But even the creator support is very, very hit or miss. Honestly, so I'd say you have to be a channel with millions of subscribers to get quick responses from them, unfortunately. Thank you, Joe. Of course, Ken. Absolutely, man. Hopefully, hopefully this helps. And I enjoy watching your content, buddy. But anyways, we were on talking Joe into buying that Friedman guitar, P90 Telly. I got it sitting right here, just in case you showed up. I was gonna play it, so I'll play it here in a minute, man. But I wanted to talk about. I need to learn some Robin Trower. I taught some many years ago. I don't remember it now. But to talk about the guitar that's in the thumbnail. So those of you who don't know, there was this guitar at Winter NAMM that I went over there to meet my buddy Michael Nielsen, and we were hanging out at the Friedman booth with Sammy Bowler, who's a monster guitar player, and I was playing Sammy's guitar, which he has this really, really cool 24 fret NoHo, and I went out I was like, oh, this is really cool. I want to try something else, and there was this. It was shell pink, basically like Esquire style Friedman Telly, and it's not Telly, it's Esquire, and I was just like, oh my god, this is exactly what I want, and I played it, and it sounded incredible. I was like, oh my god, this guitar sounds so good, and I played it, and I like put it back, and I'm just like, I don't need a guitar, like, and I don't need another Friedman. I have like 3 of these things, and went back the next day early. The only time you can really like play stuff if you can get in NAMM like the hour before, or if you're an exhibitor, I think we were there like 8. So I went over there and played it again the second day, just like acoustically. I was like, I wanted to just like make sure that when it's quiet and not all like booming with music, I want to feel the guitar, and like does it ring, and can I kind of feel it resonate? And I could, and I was just like, oh, God. So I went back one more time and played it again. I played it through a Morgan amp this time, which I never really played a Morgan amp, and it just sounded phenomenal. And I was like, man, I don't need a guitar. Like, I need to get rid of guitars, not get them. And I got back, and I was sick, and then I text my buddy Jeff over there. I was like, dude, do you guys still have that shell pink Esquire? And he's like, let me ask Alex. And he texted them, and Alex was like, I'm sure we do. And then it was like 10 minutes later, he's like, no, man, that one's sold. We don't have it anymore. I was like, man, because I was really, yeah, Sammy's so incredible. I was really just like on with the mindset of going into NAMM. I'm like, there's no guitars I want, and there's no anything I want. This has nothing to do with gear for me. And I played that stinking guitar, and I was like, man, this thing is just smoking. And when I finally like caved in, they're like, oh, it's sold. Like you have to order one. And I'm like, I don't know if I can survive waiting again. Yeah, Sammy Bowler. So that's my recent story of the guitar that got away. So if anyone else has stories they want to throw in there, lay it on me. But like I said, now my main focus is just getting Joe McCarthy to buy a Friedman. He's got everything else. He's got such an incredible collection, man. Oh, he picked up a new Strat with 63 pickups. Boom. Now we're Strat brothers. The 63 pickups definitely have a sound to them, Thank you so much for you guys for subscribing to Ken's channel. I appreciate that a lot. Commissioned a 63 Strat series. Nice. That's really cool, man. Yeah, like I said, they totally have a sound to them, from other, other Strats I played. I was like, oh, they do have like I mean, I knew they did, but then like when you hear it compared to other ones, I'm like, oh, like there's a difference in the high end of these pickups. You know, I guess there's a lot of things happening that give them a sound, but yeah, it is an interesting sound for sure. Koi is asking, Robert, you ever thought about reaching out to Scar My Guitars and getting Sean to build you one? You should check out his channel if you haven't heard of him. No, yes. I'm sorry. Let me see one thing here. Sean has reached out to me a bunch about that, and I think it's a really cool idea. And I really appreciate the offer, but I've never played one of their guitars, and I just wouldn't feel comfortable with that. You know, essentially, even though they seem like really cool guys, and I'm sure their guitars are great, to commit to essentially promoting something that I've never played before and have no experience with, I just couldn't do it. You know, and there's nothing wrong. Like I said, there's other guys who have done that, and it seems like it's went great. And I think, like I said, I think they seem like cool guys. But there's just you never see ever a piece of gear or anything on my channel that I haven't either purchased, had for a while. That's one of the things when a company sends me something is I have to have the piece of gear for a while. Typically I keep it for a month before I'll ever do a video about it. So, which is not always the most ideal for a company, but if they want me to be part of like a launch or something like that for a product, and it's something that I'm cool with, they have to get it to me ahead of time. Like it can't be send it to me, hey, we need it in 2 days. I'm like, it'll never happen because like I don't even know if I like the product yet. This is the guitar you made the video on about previous owner living close to you, right? Yeah, yes sir. That is it, Zach. Really enjoy your content. Thank you very much, Ben. Brunswick, Canada. Hey Brett, what's going on, buddy? Friedman Vintage S or Sir Antique Classic. I'll be honest, I have only ever played one Sir that I really liked. They all feel like incredible guitars. Yeah, so I'm not gonna knock anything about that. But that was actually the Pete Thorne signature when I was at GitCon and got to kind of jam with Pete and stuff like that. I played his signature turquoise one, and it felt really, really good. But that's the one he had for a while, so I think it was played in. So that probably added to it. So of those two, I got to give it to Friedman. I think Friedman are just making some of the best guitars that are out there right now. And some people just don't like the relic thing, and that's totally cool. That's, your own thing. But the relicking job that they do is so good, and the guitars just feel so played in. It's hard not to want them to do it, It's... honestly, any custom guitar I would order from here on out, probably ever, unless it was like a PRS or something like that, which I don't foresee that happening. But I guarantee you, I would ask them to relic the back of the neck, do it in nitro, and crack the nitro. Like after having guitars that were like that versus ones that weren't, I don't know. It's such an amazing feeling, these guitars that feel like you've had it for a long time. Maple or rosewood? You know what's funny about that, Brett? Is that I have been a diehard, maple or, one-piece maple board, maple neck, whatever you want to do, for the longest time. And this past year, I have fallen absolutely in love with rosewood. And I'll tell you I know exactly when it happened. And the guitar that made me fall in love with rosewood fingerboards and a maple neck is, if you guys go back and watch, it's an old demo, talking about Friedman's. I demoed 2 of the Friedman Vintage S's. One was a maple neck Shoreline Gold, and one was this Tobacco Burst HSS with a maple neck and a rosewood board on it. And I still, to this day, I think that was one of the best sounding guitars I've ever played. And the guitar, I believe, sold on the way to me, so I couldn't keep it. Or it sold somehow, and I was like, oh, shoot, I have to send it back. And even those, I kept those guitars for a while, for as long as I could, and had to send it back. But that one, for some reason, I was like, whoa, I just like the way that neck felt. Like it was, I don't know if it's the fingerboard, because I kind of feel the wood or whatever it was, and that was the turning point. And I was like, I want rosewood on some stuff. Obviously, this guitar has rosewood. The Strat that I ended up ordering from Friedman, which is over there, I can play it here in a minute, is rosewood. And I've really, really just fallen in love with rosewood. Preston, I can't get past polytone. Sorry. Relic frets you from that first ding syndrome? Freeze. Oh, sorry, freeze, not frets. I'm like, relic frets. I don't want relic frets. I read your comment wrong. Yeah, and whether it's good or not, people complain. Like, I play this guitar, and I have zippers, and, I'm pretty rough with any, I don't play anything nice. But, beating up a guitar, denting it and stuff. I realized today my PRS has dings and dents on it now. And my Les Paul's really beat up when you look at it up close. But it's like, I don't know. They're guitars, they're not pictures. I ain't hanging them on a wall. Sometimes you gotta be mean to them. Back in a bit. Sure thing, Preston. Yep, that's alright. I was going back. 57 custom Strat. Yeah, dude. I just played a bunch of custom shop Strats. Really, really nice. There's this butterscotch relic. Oh, what year is it? A 52 Telly? I can't remember. I just played it. I've really, really been digging. So I'll talk about my goal this year here in a second. Oh, wow, Trent. Thank you so much, dude. Shout out from Wisconsin. I have a shell pink Strat. I dig it like crazy. P.S. Do you know the riff for Sticks? Ooh. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I can't remember it. You stumped me. You stumped me on the Zeppelin one. Thank you for the super chat, dude. And yeah, I really I wanted that shell pink Telly. I'm not big on like pink guitars, but shell pink I love. I just really like that classic, Elvis thing, or was the Cadillac? Does the Strat? Oh yeah, no, this has a trim. I just don't use it. Basically what I've done is the claw. I have it essentially as close to a hardtail as I can get it. Claws wound tight, and I have 5 springs on the back of it. And so it does have a tremolo, the original arm in the case, but I don't use it. To be honest, it's not worth it, because if I would use it and who knows, that old metal break the bar or something, that would hurt my soul. And I don't use tremolos anyways, so I don't even have it on there. If you're ever in the market for an acoustic, look up Clark guitars. Ooh, cool. I just had what's the company? Actually, it's funny. I just had a couple of companies reach out to me. One of them is, this one's not the funny one, but a company called Orangewood, which I think I had seen videos about those before. So I think they're acoustics. Their thing was kind of like inexpensive acoustics. I think I've seen some videos from different buddies of mine, and they seem cool. I'm not gonna, do anything with them. But the other one, the one that was funny was this product called Manscaped. Reached out to like sponsor some stuff. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you gonna sponsor on a guitar channel? I mean, I get that I have hair and stuff, but I thought that was funny. Just got a new Strat and it stays in tune pretty well, Wayward wise. Yeah, no, you totally can get them to stay in tune. Like this one, I don't have Wayward on it, but for like old tuners and stuff like that, I mean, it's a little bit out right now because I just took it out of the case and plugged it in and played it right as the live stream started. And I was kind of using and abusing it. But, yeah, I mean, a Strat and Tellies are some of the most stable guitars, I think, in existence for staying in tune. I will be soon. I just spoke to... I was trying to figure out where I want to take my guitar to get it refretted. And I think I'm taking it to Groons down in Nashville here at the end of the month. So I'm excited to get the frets redone. I was talking to Greg over there, and he's like, Manscaped. I know, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Manscaped ain't about the hair up top. Exactly. So I'm like, what am I going to do with that? Like on a guitar channel. So I thought that was funny. Neil. Yeah, dude, the Kotzen... That thing with that huge neck on it, it's not going anywhere. Oh wow, I'm so sorry I can't read your name, but it has the cool looking cat sticker on there. Thank you so much for your super chat. I wonder what that currency is. W. Oh, dude, Bruce, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you checking out the channel. Please play this guitar clean. Sure. I'll play it clean for you. Let me get to my clean channel. You're telling me you don't shave your guitars? That actually, now that you're saying that, would have been a funny video. Oh man. So clean this guitar. So, but mine has a 3-way on it. So, there's your bridge. The Strat could totally go more. It's me that can't go more. Afraid I don't know much of that. I was getting good at getting it in that kind of position. Nope. That's middle. There we go. So there's your position 4. There's your your faux four is I guess what I'll call that one. Jake Russell. Oh, dude, thank you so much, Jake. This song goes out to Jake Russell. Not just any Jake Russell, but the Jake Russell. There we go. Hopefully that sounds good. I got it kind of quiet over here today. Thank you very much, Jake. I do appreciate it. I don't know how to play. I honestly don't know any Pink Floyd other than what's the song? Nope. I don't even know that one. I never got into Pink Floyd. I don't know anything past that. Wow, Brett, thank you, man. 100% honestly, I had been stuck for years playing cowboy chords and a few easy riffs until the rock and roll boot camp. Oh, man. I finally am progressing fast. Get your Friedman Strat out. I'm going to order one tonight. Dude, all right. You know what? When the man tells you, you got to do it. Thank you, dude, so much, man. I really appreciate it. There's been so much good feedback about the rock and roll boot camp. I can't wait for the part 2, the beginner to intermediate one, to come out. That'll probably be out near the end of the year. And the rock and roll boot camp itself won't be available again until June or July. But my other courses, I'm reshooting another one of them, like I said I would. Those will be available again soon. Ugh. Friedman Strat it is. I'll tell you what, man, a hardtail Strat is just... If you're like me and not a tremolo kind of guy, hardtail Strat is literally a dream come true. I feel like I need to watch Parks and Rec now. Literally the best guitar I've ever played. Trying to remember Theorem. Ooh, wow, thank you again. Another super chat. Wow, you guys, thank you very much. I like your shred lesson. I have a Dean Rust in Peace. Ooh, Mustaine Sig guitar. Can you play some Megadeth? I don't know much Megadeth, but I'll play what I can. Hey, Jason, what's up, buddy? Why does this sound so weird? Something's up. There we go. I don't know what happened to the sound. There was like... What was it? I don't really have a gallop anymore. Am I gonna eat? Dude, you might, but like I said, don't worry. I got your next guitar sitting right here. I'll be playing it shortly. But I had to bust one out for Brett. I'm telling you, dude. Tell him I sent you. It won't help you at all. Sorry, I shouldn't be a jerk. How much different does it feel vintage after? Oh, super different. The neck on my other Strat's pretty small, thickness wise, not too small. But this one is a bigger neck. You know, I'm the Friedman neck size is just it's just perfect. You know. Nope, hands aren't ready for that. Not ready for that either. Don't seem to get good at guitar and decent and had enough practicing. I know I need, but I suck no matter what. You know what, man? You trust me. Just you gotta put in the time into it, and you'll get there. Guitar is something that's a lifelong thing. That everyone's gonna, no matter how long you've been playing, you'll have those days where you feel like you just suck. Like I like honestly, like being honest with you, right now I feel like I'm not playing very good. I haven't played guitar today. I was doing a bunch of stuff with the family, and I played for like 5 minutes before the live stream started. Actually, I take that back. I did play earlier today. I played earlier today for probably like 30 minutes this morning. But, it just, you just have to keep working at it. I know whenever I haven't been practicing the way that I should, and then recently I haven't. But, just hang in there, man. Guitar is one of the best things ever. Hey, Harvey Robert. Oh yeah, sorry. So ask what I'm playing through. I'm playing through my Axe Effects right now. So if you don't know what it is, that is a preamp. So it's not your typical, like, what's that software, like Bias, but that is a software that's on your computer. This is a physical hardware unit. It's a preamp that I'm using. Classic humbucker and the bridge. Yeah, this is a Classic Plus. So this is the same humbucker I have in my Cali. So I knew that I liked the Classic Plus a lot. Now that's with a lot of distortion, but if I kind of get rid of that boosted distortion sound, you hear the guitar open up a lot. I've never, no, I played like bass, but I've always say I played bass like a guitar player. Just guitar for me, man. All my eggs are in one basket. Yeah, these are the Friedman pickups. So whatever the single coils are, I wind my middle pickup all the way down on all my guitars. And then this is the classic humbucker. Oh, are they Fishman pickups? Sorry. These are not. These are Friedman pickups. I have Fishmans in 2 of my guitars, the Cronus and then the other So here is the vintage S that was requested. I'm gonna switch because I need to play this for Joe. Just to ruin his night. I was wrong this time around. My bad. I thought you were doing amp modeling software. Oh no, dude, no. Sorry, I wasn't trying to correct you to be a jerk. It basically is amp modeling software. I just wanted to make sure that it was known that it's not a program. It is amp modeling. It's just it's a outboard, you know, hardware unit. Oh wow, another super chat. I wish I could pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. I should send a picture of your name to Sean or Ryan, and they would tell me what it is. But thank you so much for another super chat. And then there's this guitar, which I'm telling you, man, the frets are getting all worn out. I play this guitar so much, you can feel flat spots on them now. It's just, like I said, it feels like a guitar I've had forever, but I've only had it a year. I have a video coming out soon that's called is a custom shop guitar worth it? And basically I talk about this guitar and Great Vanzini. Yeah, I did talk about it earlier. It was another Friedman. It was basically an Esquire in shell pink. Amazing guitar that I had at NAMM, and I finally I text my buddy over there. I was like, "Did you guys still have that guitar?" And unfortunately, they had sold it. There's a Reader's Digest version of it for you. But basically, the video is about this guitar because I didn't realize that, I've had this guitar over a year. Now it's about a year and a half actually. And I just wanted to explain a couple things about when you're ordering a custom shop guitar from anywhere. And is it worth it? Because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And one of the really kind of dangerous things about ordering a guitar like that is you can kind of overhype yourself on a guitar. And you get it in your mindset, this perfect guitar that will not compare to any other guitar. And I luckily I haven't had to experience this side of it, but sometimes you get it and it's just not what you expected at all. And you're like, man, you spend all these months in your mind kind of putting this guitar on a pedestal. So I have a few friends who this has happened to. With other builders, but so far with the Friedmans, and it's kind of why I don't even know if I want to order another one, because I feel like I'm being greedy. I've hit 2 out of 2 home runs. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I couldn't possibly get a third one and it would be just as good. I thought the P90 thoughts on P90 pickups. How do they compare to different pickups? Dude, P90s might be the ultimate pickup. I'll be honest. For rock and roll. They're so crisp and clear, and they are just incredible. Make a song about chicken wings. Get up in the morning. What you gonna do? Gonna go to work so you can earn them chicken wings too. Then I'm gonna go to lunch. I'm gonna sit right down. Gonna go to Pete Duck's for another round of chicken wings. I like barbecue wings, not too hot, maybe a little spicy. Baby's gonna hit the spot. There's yourself a song about chicken wings. There you go. Bok bok. Song's called Bockin' Chicken Wings. Bok bok. Hold on one second. Said there was motion at our back door, and well, it's 1 a.m. so shouldn't be motion there. Barbecue wings, yeah. What's the point if it takes like an hour to process? Some kind of critter out there. Look at that guy. It's kind of cat or something. Can you do the kill switch thing? You know what? You can, because it's a deluxe style. How's it go? I think I'm playing, something's wrong there, but oh, Eddie, wow, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it, but you know, don't feel like any pressure to ever super chat. Love your channel. I'm in the beginner course. Thank you, dude. Again, and I love it. It's helped so much. Trying to learn 10 years gone now because of you. You're the best, man. Well, thank you very much, Eddie. I would argue that you are the best. And 10 Years Gone is such a great song. And thank you for checking out the beginner course, man. Like I said, I'm super excited to get the my other 8 courses that I have to reshoot another one of the older ones, get it updated, and then have that part 2 for the Rock and Roll Boot Camp. And I'm really another thing I'm really excited that you guys who tune in to all the live streams have heard me talk about how I'm taking this month off. Just to kind of like mentally recuperate, and I have 5 of the 13 videos that I need to shoot to take that time off shot. I haven't edited them yet, so that's a different task to edit all those videos. But I do have 5 of them done, so it's been really motivating, and I'm really looking forward to having them. And like I said, it'll seem like all systems are go as usual, but I'm really excited to just kind of decompress a little bit. But I'll still be doing the live streams during that break. So, like I said, videos will still all be up like usual. And the live streams will still be going on. There we go. Favorite Van Halen tune? Oh, that's a tough one. You know, except Hot for Teacher's what made me want to play guitar, but I honestly don't know. All Van Halen songs. You know, Eddie's a genius. I'll take any of them. I don't know Eruption. I know Hack Eruption. I don't really think that's that crazy run that he does there. All I do is work and go into Reverb and look at guitars. I don't have money to buy. Dude, that's all I do too. I wish I knew how to play through the Fire and Flames. A bit above my pay grade, I'm afraid. What looper pedal should you buy? I just have a little Ditto looper. I don't have it here right now, but that's what I've used, just like the very simple, basic, small one. And it's always been great. You know, I've never had any issues with it. Sorry, this is slowly just turning into like my practice time. Best guitar for the money out there? That's a good question. I don't know, to be honest. I'm happy to check out your Positive Good Spark. Oh, I did not. Sir Jables, thank you. Do you keep all your axes in standard? Yeah, pretty much all of them are in standard. There's a couple of them that I keep half step, like the Cronus, which might be in standard again now. I think I tuned it back up because I wanted to use it in a video. The Jared James Nichols Epiphone is a half step down. And I'm thinking about tuning one of the Dan Electros to an open tuning and leaving it in that. But pretty much everything else is in standard tuning. I'm actually making a list of guitars that I'm going to sell here pretty soon. Just because I don't feel like I need them all. If I'm being honest with myself, you know, about that, I look at them and I'm like, you know, I play the same, you know, 6 or 7 guitars all the time. Do I need to have all these other ones? And the answer is just no. And I feel like I will. You know, I'm going to sell them, and my goal this year is to sell, you know, a decent chunk of them and get an old Telly or preferably an Esquire. Gaming DC, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Will you be doing any collabs with other YouTube musicians? Yeah, actually, I will. So the plan is at the end of this month, I'm going down to Nashville, and I'm hoping to do stuff. I got to talk to RJ to see if he's free in the weekend that I'll be in Nashville. But I'm hoping to do stuff with Brett Papa, Eric Andreas. I'm doing a big project with Sean Tubbs, which you guys will find out about soon. And then hopefully RJ while I'm down there. Eat some maple fingerboard. Yeah, see, like I only had maple, and now I'm all about rosewood. Although I do love this neck, you know. I feel like maple just looks right on this guitar. I don't own a Rickenbacker. You know, I've played them, and they're not for me. No. The Jared James Epiphone I'll never sell. You know, that was just given to me, you know, as a gift from a friend, so I'll never get rid of it. You know, and honestly, I just like the guitar. It's a cool guitar, single P90. It's a sweet guitar. But yeah, that one will never go anywhere. PRS. No, I didn't try any of the PRS. You know, a lot of times, honestly, I don't play guitar that much at NAMM. Other than like the sets that I have to play. I go around and I just talk to... the main thing about NAMM for me is just talking. You know, I feel fortunate that a lot of you guys come up to me and will say hi. That's the number one highlight. The other thing is different just friends that I haven't seen or friends that I have that are in other countries, you know, musicians. You know, I'll get to see them and, you know, get to talk to them and hug them. And then it's, you know, talking to brands that I work with, you know, like talking to my buddy Derek from Rev and Greg from Vola and, you know, Dave Friedman, and just like I said, just that kind of stuff is really what NAMM is for me. Yeah, thank you, Big Red Tower. 100% subscribe to Sean's channel. Like I said, we have some really, really cool stuff. It's a really big project that I've been planning for a year, and basically Sean was nice enough to offer, you know, a lot of his time to me to try this project, because we don't know if it's going to work, and you know, we'll just have to wait and see. The biggest thing about it, and it's part of why I want to do it, the way that I want to do it, is I don't want any brands involved in what I'm doing at all. So that way there's no stipulations on gear we can and can't use. There's no need to talk about a company. There's none of that. I don't want any of that involved in this. Downside of that is I have to pay for everything myself. So, like I said, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna, you know, kind of make the investment to see if this project that I'm doing, this, like, you know, these lesson things that I want to do with these, you know, other players, if it even just makes enough to pay for like travel expenses, like the hotels, and you know, we're splitting the money with whoever I'm doing this with. So if it can just kind of like cover my expenses, then I think it's worth it to do this project that I've, you know, had in my mind. But I'll just have to wait and see, you know. What was the most unique gear you saw at NAMM? Unique, probably actually in the Gibson booth. So one of my favorite guitar builders, and you know, just kind of like a, you know, a dream guitar level kind of thing that I've always wanted to own since I saw one, is you know, a Scala guitar. If you don't know who Leo Scala is, he's an amazing guitar builder. But basically, those who don't know, Phil X went to Gibson, but Leo is Leo is customizing, maybe he's building, I don't know, all of Phil X's guitars. So if you haven't ever seen a Scala guitar, they're incredible. They're works of art, you know. And he has a lot of really cool models, and you know, I think that Flying V that Phil had was one of the most unique guitars there. Obviously, it's a Flying V shape, but if you see it, you'll see why. And I was talking to Leo, and he was showing me that literally, and this is just kind of the guy he is, the attention to detail is next level. I don't have a control cavity, so I started to show you. But in the control cavity of the back of the V, or maybe it's underneath the pickguard. I don't know how a V works, but he was showing me that even the wiring is like in this crazy design. Like you'll never see it unless Phil physically takes the cover off and shows it to someone. But he had this cool like devil's head, and the wires are going through. They're all connecting to it, and I don't know. Like it was just such an attention to detail, and I'm like, man, that is cool. It's just a one of a kind. Thank you, Jeff. Rob, Jeff is saying, Rob, hope you're well, bud. Love the channel. Based on all of your guitars you've tried over time, what would you say your favorite style pickup is? Yeah, my favorite style pickup, the past year I really discovered P90s, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a P90 per se. I just like a lower output pickup. Because the way I've always gotten the tone that I wanted was a lower output pickup forced me to drive the amp harder, not the other way around. Because it's kind of like if you have a really hot, if the signal's going in hot to the amp doesn't seem to work as hard to get it to that hotter level. Because I use a lot of distortion, but I want a lower output pickup, lower to mid, and I want the amp to have to pick up the slack that the pickup isn't doing. So it's just little things like that. Like a lot of people ask me about tone, and what I tell them is I always dial my tone in on an amp too bright. It's very bright, but what I do is I roll my tone knob down on my guitar. It just has a different sound than simply rolling your treble down on the amp. I don't know why, but there's something about the taper, of the pots and all that kind of stuff. So it's just stuff like that. I like lower output pickups, like I said, low to medium, and I like a bright sound that I control the brightness with my tone knob. That way, whenever I'm soloing, I'll roll my tone all the way up, and it's almost like having like a treble boost or something like that. Because like I said, if I'm playing like my normal sound, hear the difference in it. I don't know how well it comes through, but I hear it. I'm like, oh, there's that bite, there's that snap that I have when I have my tone all the way up. But I don't want that on the rhythms. I want that on the leads, so. Don't know where I was going with that lick. Oh, Daniel, I wish I knew that song, but I don't. What kind of licks would I need to learn to impress someone? I don't know, man. I never play to impress. I just play whatever you feel. So if you are more of like the shredder type, then just play it, My hands aren't working tonight, so I can't play what I feel, and I probably can't impress anyone. So. Get the load up videos that really helped a lot. Awesome. I'm glad you guys dug those. I looked at those and I was like, in my organizer that I use for videos, I had one idea left, which was the licks video that I did, and I was like, man, I need to come up with more ideas. And I was like, you know what? I think after doing like 20 Led Zeppelin videos, however many it is now, I was like, I think I'm gonna like step away from them for a little bit and focus on another band. And like Van Halen is what I'm doing next. But someone came with an interesting thing that there should be a monthly theme, and that might be a thing. That's a really cool idea. The tricky part with those videos, and I hate to say it, but they have to be very view based, if that makes sense. As much as as fun as it is just to make whatever video you want, Those videos in particular take a lot of time to research all the stuff, but also to shoot and edit. It involves my wife usually with the handheld camera stuff, and I need to make sure that time is all worth it. So it would need to be really popular bands. I saw a lot of recommendations for like really cool bands like Free and stuff like that. And like I would love to do that, but it needs to be a band like Led Zeppelin, Van Halen, AC/DC. Yeah, Motley Crue would be a cool one. Def Leppard. So those videos will definitely have to be a very popular band. To go on tour? No, I'll never tour. This year I'm going to start a band again, but no agenda to tour or anything like that. Just strictly fun. And Aussie month, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Just for fun, like I say, it's interesting because you'll get comments. All YouTubers do. I get comments and they're like, be a real musician, go out and play live or something like that. I'm like, man, I did that for how long did I do that? Probably 5 years or longer. Played live a lot. Like I said, at one point was in 3 bands, and it's kind of like I did that, and if I'm being honest, like I like what I'm doing now more than anything, because I've said it before. I'm such a homebody that I love being home, and I just like being with my family, Than dealing with. Yeah, there's a lot of drama that goes on with the band. Not even like, my picture's gone. Not even like anything to do with the band itself. It's just getting paid from venues, shows getting canceled. There's just a lot of stuff that goes into it that's not fun. And whenever you have a family to take care of, you can't really mess around with that kind of stuff. Bark the Moon, that's such a great album. Does anyone even play in a band anymore? A lot of guys do, I have a lot of friends who are amazing live musicians. But I know that I knew right away, like, 'cause after playing for a long time, and I like playing live. Live is such a fun thing. I love band practice. I love the whole vibe of a band, but I don't like the idea of like going away and doing and trying to do all this other stuff. It's just not for me. It's 53 in Florida. Dang, it's gonna be like 50, 51 or 52 here tomorrow, dude. Jake, I did. You know what? I did a video on Kossoff called "Underrated Les Paul Legends," and it was gonna be a whole series that I did, but the video just didn't do very good. So kind of like back to the view thing, which I hate to make it all about the views and all that, but again, that's another one of those videos that took a lot of time and effort, and it just didn't do good, and It could be YouTube's fault, But you know, I just kind of have to take that stuff as, you know, maybe there wasn't a lot of interest in it, so you know, just kind of move on to something else. But I do have a video about Kossoff because he's such an incredible player. Yeah, so unfortunately, that series got canned. But yeah, I had a list of them. I was going to do Leslie West. I was going to do Peter Green. Lots of guys. Happy to see the sun once in a while. I know, right? And so cloudy and just awful. Yeah, John Sykes. Yeah, I had a list of a bunch of Les Paul guys. Yeah, Jake, just look up, like I said, underrated Les Paul legends, and I think, or even just search my channel for Paul Kossoff. I put him in parentheses. Free was such a great band. Oh my god, my legs. You know what time it is. Do you know? Since I can't play solos, it's time to bust out the riff guitar. The riff machine. It shows the sun in Ohio back in '61. Yeah, feels like. Whoa. Wow, Joe, thank you so much, man. Take your family out to lunch. You're taking time off. Family is important. Dude, thank you so much. Wow, that is crazy. Thank you very much. It like stopped me in my tracks. Stopped me in mid-rock. Thank you, Joe. His name was Joe. Joe McCarthy. His name was Joe McCarthy. He's the man. He's the vintage team. He's the man. He's the man with the plan, Joe McCarthy. Can't remember the next one. Can't remember the first riff I played. That was called Joe McCarthy is the Man. Thank you again, Joe. And what's funny, we're going out to lunch tomorrow, man. Thank you. And you know what? We'll get a picture. Hashtag thank you, Joe. I have another video coming out. I don't know when it'll come out because I'm shooting. I'm working hard to shoot all these videos right now. but it's called The One Thing a Les Paul Can't Do. So you'll just have to wait. Two final Friedman Vintage ask questions. Sir, man. From Brett, he said, is the heel as chunky as a normal Strat, or is it slimmed down a bit, and are the fretboard edges rolled nicely? The heel is definitely just as chunky, and the fretboard edges they're not sharp like a Strat. You know, they are nice and round. That kind of just goes into the played-in feel of it. You know, I really, really like it. One of the things that I saw some people complain about, but honestly, I don't care. I could care less. They do what's called a bathtub route. Some people don't like that. Like I said, again, to me, couldn't care less. It just means you can put whatever pickup combination you want in here. So that's the way they route this section out. So they tub it out. And what I found that's actually really good that they do that is how resonant it is. Listen how loud the guitar is. And like I said, it's just because they tub it out. So it's nice and rounded. It's not sharp. Like I've played some guitars that just like the edges are so pointy and sharp, they're hard to play. Oh, and the neck heel you asked. Yeah, it's just like a normal Strat neck heel. So if you're used to a Strat, I know a lot of people like those new, Fender does these easy access heel joints, but I guess I just don't care about that stuff because I've just played Strats my whole life. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know, I'm just used to working around that, and it's just to the point where I'm just like, I don't care. Like, have the giant block. My hands are just used to it. I mean, God, play a Les Paul. Like, there's no hope. You just have to get used to it. Acoustasonic. I have to say, I'm not a fan of the Acoustasonics. Evan, just kidding. God, please no. Please don't. Please let me learn this song. There's nothing a Les Paul can't do. Oh. Well, we're going to find out. Like I said, the video is basically going to be me trying to get a Les Paul to do this. Joe. Exactly, Joe. I totally agree with you. Like I said, I've seen people, like I said, complain about the bathtub route, and I'm like, listen, I'm like, if like you said, if the guitar feels great, sounds great, plays great, I'm gonna go ahead and say that it is great. So, I'm not gonna question whether the wood being routed a certain way is okay or not. More underrated guitar lick riff videos, Angus Young, for example. Yeah, actually, I'm doing a video about 80s riffs that are underrated. I posted it in the community section on here, asking you guys what riffs you thought were underrated from the 80s. So I have to choose a couple of those. I don't know, either it's going to be like a 10 riff style video, or it'll be a 5 riff one, and I'll teach the 5 riffs. I tell you, I think my favorite just guitar sound in the world when I kill all this overdrive is just the way this guitar sounds. It's so bright and it just sounds like rock and roll to me, and I love it. Also sounds like a Les Paul, nice and out of tune. First time ever, the G was in tune. Man. Makes a Strat, and that's why Gibson makes a Strat and SG. Guitar equals joy. I don't want to say my... Man. Paul Kossoff on guitar, Paul Rodgers on vocals. That's a tough combo to beat. Let's play Star Wars. How's it go? I don't know how to play it. I'm trying to think, how's the song? Do, do. Is that it? I pulled a Fender Select Strat and Tele out of their cases for the first time in months. Both were perfectly in tune. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, Strat and Tele are just two of the most sound guitars in existence. You know, stay in tune. Once they're set up, they're just good to go. Like my Strat was barely out of tune, and when I played it, and it was just sitting in its case. Not it hasn't been for months. You know that's different, but yeah. Rob's World, hey DJ. Sounds right. Yeah, it's close. I don't know if that's totally right. Of course, yeah. Barracuda. Rob, I need to know, are the Friedman humbuckers or P90s better? I am about to order Friedman Vintage T soon. Can't decide. Honestly, in my opinion, I like the P90s the best, but the humbuckers are daggum good. You know, the Cali that I have right there. Where's it at? There it is, right there. That guitar is incredible for like playing solos, like the way it sits in a track, and it has the classic plus pickups in it, and they sound phenomenal. And I think that Vintage S sounds, you know, great as well. But those P90s are some of my favorite pickups out there. Like I said, that's why I got one and put it in my gold top. Sandra, what you doing tonight? Man, I wish it was as good as... Oh, God. I sound awful tonight, John. Living, loving, made. You out of here, Joe? dude, have a great night. Thank you again so much for that super chat and just always being awesome. Dude, get the Friedman. Just do it. Just do it. Have a good night, dude. I hope you get some good rest. Where was I now? Oh yeah. I could keep going. Want more Zeppelin riffs? You like turtles? Turtles are cool, man. Jay likes turtles. Ain't no denying those turtles. Just Jay. Jay likes turtles. Jay likes turtles. I don't have any guitar. I had an SG for a while that had many humbuckers, but I don't have any now. 6/4 tonight. This guitar is just next level. Stringing up the Davis N4. Ooh, nice, man. I have one of those. Missouri Dan signing off. Have a good one. Thank you so much, Daniel. Have a good night, man. Good Sunday. Any recommendations for a guitar with a narrow, slim neck for small hands? I like single coiled and Strat shape. I don't, I'm afraid. I was gonna say an old Charvel, but you want single coils, so that just ruins everything. Do you love Over the Hills and Far Away? I do. I don't know how to play it. I remember I taught it one time, but I don't remember how to play it anymore. I like any Jimmy Page thing, pretty much. Hi, you dudes. Welcome back, Preston. I do like Jazz Masters. I'd love to own a Jazz Master at some point, but took me a while to find the turtle emoji. That's the official turtle riff. Don't want no iguana. Don't need no snake. Only one thing's gonna give me the favor. Cause I love turtles. I love turtles. Or at least I do. I don't know what was gonna come next. But most of all, I'm mother trucking like you. Because I like turtles. I really, really do. Baby, don't you like that? Oh, man. I was wondering how you keep the hand squeaking down with medium to high-low gain. You know what? I'm constantly muting. So someone the other day was asking about picking, and they were asking how I kept my hand floating, and I don't have my hand floating. My hand is always on the bridge. I kind of like have my hand sideways. You know, like even when I'm doing like, you know, lead stroke. If you listen, I'm muting literally everything all the time. You have other arts beside music? Yeah, you know, I don't partake in other art, you know, necessarily like going to museums or something like that. But I love anything with like what's the like passion involved in it. You know, like I love music from musicians who are passionate about it. I think art, you know, is really, really cool. If that was your question, I think I forgot what the question was mid-sentence, and I just kind of kept talking. So I hope I answered that. Any tips on being in a band? Yeah, you know, it just I think one of the biggest ideas is just hear everyone's ideas. And write a song about turtles. That is a key right there. Right there. Do you have a preference on active pickups, EMGs, or blackouts? Yeah, actually, no, for sure. I think Fishman pickups are the best active pickups out there. 100%. You know, I've had, although I will say, I like the EMGs that are in my Iconic. Those are called retroactives, so they're not, they're typical, like, you know, battery-powered ones. Those sound really good. But every other EMG I've ever played, I didn't care for. And I've tried Lace. The blackouts were okay. After a little while, I didn't like the sound of them. But the Fishmans, I think, sound incredible. You know what? Wait, KB Barbecue. Here you go. I didn't play your song. So you know, I make up all these like dumb songs. For some reason, I've never forgotten the KB Barbecue Boogie. So. Nope. That's all I can remember. I really like the lace sensor. I've played some lace, yeah, and they sound good, but again, I didn't connect with them. I didn't jive with them, and I didn't want to be a jive turkey, so don't let it be a party. And let the band members date their families. Yeah, bands are fun, especially if you are in a band with just buddies. Like I said, my favorite band that I was ever in was this last band that I was in. We were called Turnbuckler, and for one, since we did it for fun, and the money side of it wasn't really what we were after. We just wanted to play shows and have fun, on the weekends or something like that, every other weekend. And it was just great because since we didn't like super care, it was mostly originals is what we played. We did a couple of covers, and we just had fun. Like every show was fun. Every band practice was fun. Unfortunately, just dealing with very very busy schedules was the only downfall of the whole thing. So it was still, like I said, a blast. What do you think of the new Epiphone Les Pauls? The newest one I've played is the Jared James Nichols one, and based on that one, they're mighty fine. Some good looking home cooking. Welcome to watch my stream. Well, thank you so much. Big time wrestling moves during the show. What? Someone commented the other day. They're like, I'm not hating, but what's with all the Macho Man shirts? And it's just funny because what happens is, I'll shoot multiple videos in a day, and sometimes I'll remember enough ahead to have like different shirts ready, and I'll change shirts, and sometimes I don't. So sometimes you'll get like 3 or 4 videos in a row of me just with the exact same clothes on, and I was like, what's with all the Macho Man shirts? And I'm like, it just started out as I found one at Walmart. It was like on clearance. It's the yellow one that I have, and it was $5, and I got it. And then people were like, oh my god, Macho Man shirt. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then I happened to just find another one, and I was like, oh, get another Macho Man shirt. And then I think my mom or my wife got me another one, or a Ric Flair shirt, something, and then people wanted to get me the shirts. So it's just kind of funny. It's just kind of taken on a life of its own, and I'm like, I don't care, I'll wear them. Have you ever listened to Metal Church first album? I haven't. I've heard that name before, though. I feel like that's a band my friend Jeff has told me to listen to before. What do you think about the Vintage brand? Trying to think if I've ever played any of their stuff. I don't think I've ever played their stuff, to be honest. So I don't know much about it, I'm afraid. My preferred for blues, well, I just use the same string gauge for everything, other than a couple of guitars. I use 10 to 46 on everything. I was just watching, Rick Beato did a cool video about string gauges, but I'm certainly not gonna be changing string gauge anytime soon. I just like the way 10s feel. To me, what happens that's more important than the tone of strings is the feel of strings. So, I know that we all want, tone, like constantly chasing tone. But to me, the biggest impact you can have on your tone is the way that the strings literally feel. You know, your hand connecting to the strings. And if I want my tone to be brighter or clearer, that's kind of like an amp situation for me. But I don't like the way those like lighter gauge strings feel right now. And I'm sure maybe as I get older and my my hands get some more age on them, I might move down, and I'll gladly do that because I don't want to hurt my hands. But I know right now I just like the way tens feel, and that's just kind of like the start and end of strings for me. Is like, how do they feel? And then, yeah, but I thought what the video they did was really, really cool, and it was something I did not know. I had no clue that lighter gauge strings would kind of do what they did. I was like, wow, it totally did do that. But like I said, at the end of the day, for me, feel is number one when it comes to strings. Hey, James. And so someone asked me if I'll be at Guitar Fest. I don't think I'll be there this year. James, thoughts on Nash guitars? Nash guitars are great. Yeah, they're very, very nice guitars. I do prefer the Friedman stuff over Nash, though. Let's do one more switcheroo here. Oh my god. Been sitting so long. Guitars up here. As I clang it on my belt. I recently shot a video about this guitar too. You guys will see. It's called The Guitar That's Taking Over. I think is what I'm going to call it. Because I play this guitar so much. Get a haircut, for crying out loud. Just sounds so good. Only Gibson you like. This guy, man, just has mojo to it. No, these are not stock. So, this guitar originally came with what was called P100. So this is an '89. And it came with what's called P100s. I still have them in the case right over there. But this is a Duncan Antiquity neck. And it originally had an Antiquity in the bridge. And I didn't like the way it sounded. So this is Friedman P90. So same P90 that's in my Vintage T is in this guitar. But they sound different. I think one of my favorite things to do with a guitar, whether it's your guitar or someone else's, is whenever you have a guitar just like this one, not a Les Paul, but like if you look at it, this thing looks like it's you know, kind of in like mint condition. Like it doesn't look beat up at all. But it's whenever you get it in your own hands and you look at it, and you look at it up close, and you're like, oh, wow. You know, I didn't realize there's like, I don't know if you can see them. There's big cracks, you know, all along here, and there's a big crack running down right here on the body. And then there's, like I said, it's turning green in some places, and then you see like all the dents and divots in it and all that kind of stuff. And you know, there's a big old chunk missing there. And then you look at the back, and it's all beat up and worn out. Like those are my favorite guitars because, like I said, you see it from a distance, and you're like, oh, that thing's just, you know, clean and pristine. And then you get it, and then you start seeing all of its character. And then you're just kind of like, oh, cool. Because even like I said, like you look at the headstock, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's a nice looking headstock. And then you get it up close, and you're like, oh, my God, there's like literally a hunk missing out of it here. And I don't know. How old am I? Avery, I'm 30. So I'm 3 months older than this guitar. Oh, wait, is it June, July, August? Yeah, I'm 3 months older than this guitar. So we're both 89ers. So this was a special guitar to me because I wanted a birth year guitar. Love the tone. Yeah, dude, it sounds. Here's some direct audio if you want to. Sorry, up close. And there you have it. Sorry, I got distracted. But I would have. I should have tried that years ago. What do you think about SGs? You know what? SGs are just not for me. I took the plunge and got one, and I ended up selling it. I know way more Zeppelin than you do. Oh, I don't know about that, man. You know. I know a small amount compared to the grand scheme of it all. You can do it on a Floyd, but I don't know if I can play on it without pushing the guitar. That's why I have to have a fixed bridge. I do too much with open strings. Is my big flaw with those because I like to do stuff like that, and that just comes from how I learned to play guitar. Because I didn't have someone to jam with all the time. And I didn't have a way to record myself, so I used open strings and literally tuning my low E string to B and to A to give me different, essentially backing tracks. So I just play this. then once I got into Stevie Ray Vaughan and Hendrix, I realized how they were using their thumb over the neck, and I was like, oh, shoot, these are all chords, you know? So then I would have, you know, the E. And then you could go to... So it was just, you know, out of necessity, basically. That's why I needed a hardtail. If it works, it works. Awesome. Yeah, man. If it's good, it's good. You know, sounds good, it is good. Eddie Van Halen knows what's up. What's your opinion on the Explorer style guitar? I like Explorers. I haven't played many of them, though, to know if they click with me or not. I don't know any Beatles. I'm afraid I'm just not much of a Beatles fan, if I'm being honest, you know, as sacrilegious as that might be to say. They're not my cup of tea. Strings underneath. Destroyed. Yep. Yeah, that's the issue with the floating trim. That's why on my Strat, I just dock it. Great way to practice. Yeah, you know, it was really good, like I said, to give yourself this... you know, self-backing track, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, I'm trying to see these. Real Floyd Rose, it keeps the guitar in tune, but they are expensive. Yeah, even a real Floyd, like on my Cali, it's like a legit German Floyd Rose, but unfortunately, the floating nature of it still will dive if you play an open string, and if I did that, you'd hear the note dive on it. So I couldn't do that stuff. Where like I do a lot of the kind of Bonamassa, major third bend. And you'd never do that on them because that low note's gonna bend out on you. Am I a fan of Jackson guitars? Yeah. It takes time to... Robert, how can you not be a Beatles fan? I know, right? I'm just not, man. I don't know how to play slide at all. I just saw it sitting there. I'm like, all right, it's 2 a.m. Bust out the slide. Oh man, literally just making noise. That's the extent of my slide. Throw it around. Had that on a pinky, do that one. Oh, I can't. No, No, I don't know how to do that slide. I've been bad. Good. Oh, Texas. I am I'm just looking for some touch. I wonder what it is. So it's all at a G. So he's like, I think he's an open G. Now I need a talk box. Yeah, that'd be good. Play some SRV. I don't remember how the lick goes either. How's that go? Is that how it goes? Who can tell me? How's that go? Do you slide into the A or do you go A up to A sharp? I don't remember. I don't know. I can't remember it. Since we're just going all ZZ Top tonight. Third fret to fifth. I don't think that's it. I can't remember it. Group recently, they are old and done. We played Mary Had a Little Lamb, Pride and Joy. Oh, nice. Pride and Joy was freaking hilarious video. Oh man, that's such a. And then yeah, all those are great. I can't remember how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb, though. Don't worry, Andy. I got it wrong, too. Let me kick the distortion up here for a minute and go right into... Oh. I messed it all up. Hold on, let me do it again. I read the news today about a tragedy. We have lost blues guitar player, really good player. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Favorite grunge riff? Oh. You consider Alice in Chains grunge, but that. Such a good song. Sleep is for the weak. Song is done using bagpipes, not a guitar. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Can't do it. Hands are getting too tired. I think we're gonna call it a night though, guys. I think that'll do it. That'll do it. Since it is technically Gib Sunday, I figured we should end with the Gibby Wibby. Sounded. Excuse me. Thank you very much, Gerardo. I hope I said that right. Cool. You should do an instrumental album with all original riffs. But I have one out. Actually, an EP. I think there's 4 songs on it. And I have another one I'm going to do this year, which is going to be like all 80s. Are you ready? Then. Just all happy major riffs. No, actually there'll be some minor riffs in them too. Bam. So other than that, guys, I'm gonna bounce out of here. Oh, don't worry about Bigger Tower. No, you've done all kinds of links already. So thank you guys all so much. See live peeps, get a little heads up. Go, yes, you guys get the heads up. And that's all going on, you know. So like I said, more videos. Of course, you'll never get rid of me. And other than that, I am gonna bounce on out of here. Thank you guys so much, especially. All of you guys for, hanging in there so late. I know these live streams are late, but I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you hopefully next Saturday. If not, you'll see me Monday with another video. So, bye guys. Have a good rest of your night. And I didn't end it, did I? Nope. You know what? I can see what I did, and I didn't end it. But now, with the power chords in my hands, I click the end button.